AVC Sports and 107.9, 98.5 NASH Icon present high school basketball. Now let's go courtside for tonight's game.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
Welcome to the Convo for AVC Sports coverage of boys high school tournament basketball. It's the Division IV Region 15 semifinal. It's the John Glenn Muskies, 24-1. They take on the defending state champions, the Maysville Panthers, also 24-1, for a right to play Saturday afternoon in the regional final with a trip to Wright State University in the state semifinals on the line. I'm Dave Hilliard for AVC Sports, and this is the Valentine Insurance pregame show. We've got a lot going on. We've got coaches' interviews. We'll break down what each team is going to try to do today to win this basketball game. We'll have our TK Auto Service keys to the game. We'll wind up with the Sarah Wickerham Insurance, State Farm starting lineups. That and more after we come back from this break. This is high school basketball on AVC Sports.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
Move Staffing helps people and businesses take the next step with confidence. We match reliable workers with opportunities that fit, and we help employers find dependable talent quickly and professionally. Local.
16, what more could you ask for? Two crosstown rivals playing for the right to move on to the regional finals. So, we're excited to play against the Muskies tonight.
One last thing, what do you think is the biggest key for your team to win tonight? One last thing, what do you think is the biggest key for your team to win tonight?
We got to guard the three-point line. They shoot at a really high percentage in the 40s from three, so we can't allow them to get going from three. And containing Steele Bates and CJ Dolan, they're really good basketball players. So, we're going to do our best to do that.
Dave, we appreciate you joining us on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk to John Glenn's coach, Eric Scheck, on the John Valentine Insurance pregame show.
Meet John Valentine, owner of Valentine Insurance. His new office is located at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. John brings 20 years of insurance knowledge to his friends and clients. Valentine Insurance is your local independent insurance agency that is dedicated to protecting you and providing the industry's best customer service. Whether you're in the market for commercial or residential, auto, home, health, or life, Valentine Insurance can provide coverage for all. They're professional, courteous, reliable partners you can count on. Valentine Insurance open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Evenings by appointment.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Relentless snow, blustering winds, and below freezing temperatures will send us all scurrying for the warmth and comfort of our homes. Whatever the weather, Mount Perry Propane is ready. They prepared all year for this season. Their storage tanks are full. Their drivers and trucks are ready. Mount Perry Propane offers automatic propane delivery to ensure that you never run out. Mount Perry Propane, they're prepared so you can be too.
Good luck to the Maysville boys high school basketball team in the high school basketball tournament from Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team. We support the Maysville Panthers.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
It's Dave Hilliard back here at the Convo. It's the Division IV Regional Semifinal. I am joined by John Glenn coach Eric Scheck. And, Coach, I'll ask you the same kind of questions I asked Coach Brown. You're 24-1. You're in the regional semifinal. What's been a key for your team to get to this point?
Well, I would say very similar to those guys. We got a lot of seniors and guys that have played varsity for a lot of years. We trust those guys in those situations, just like I'm sure they do with their team. And, we're excited about the challenge and the opportunity.
Well, and something else that's different, both of these teams are very familiar with each other. You're in the same league. You've got guys that play together in AAU. Does that help you when you get ready for this game?
I mean, I think it does a little bit. It can help you a little bit. It's a friendly rivalry. I mean, when Dave and I are really good buddies off the court, and we always joke that when the ball's tipped, we don't like each other. And I think that's what high school's about. You have good rivalries, and our kids know each other very, very well, and it should be just a fun environment because of that.
Well, both of you Muskingum basketball alums, I always have to throw that in there, but one last thing here. What do you think is the biggest key for John Glenn to come out victorious today?
I think we have to limit the possessions. They do a great job, whether it's offensive rebounding, creating turnovers, or just getting out in transition with easy baskets. They're so explosive. We talk about spurts. We got to make sure that, the game's going to be up and down no matter what, but we have to limit those. Instead of them being able to go on a 10-2 spurt, maybe limit that to a 7-4 spurt, something like that. So I think their ability to just hit you with an avalanche at times, we got to be able to try to negate that.
Coach, thanks for joining us on the pregame show. Good luck today. We'll be back in just a minute. What we'll do, we'll break down each team. We'll talk about the keys to the game, those TK Auto keys to the game. We'll also have the Sarah Wickerham State Farm Insurance starting lineups. That when we come back to the Convo for Basketball 30.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is a cairn. You can describe it as a stack of rocks, but a cairn is so much more. It's a marker along a remote trail, a welcome reminder that while you may feel lost, you're not alone. At Cairn Recovery Resources, it's also the perfect symbol for how a person in recovery finds a way forward. One cairn after another, along the path.
Hi, Mark Kelly here with Icon Services, wishing all the local teams good luck as they dribble their way down the courts to a successful and exciting basketball season. As you're stepping back for that three-point shot in the fourth, we can be in the background helping plan your projects for that first period, getting your business ready for that big project win in 2026. With that, have a safe and competitive season, and remember, Icon Services as your sole source for commercial and industrial construction projects.
Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a proud supporter of high school basketball. Contact one of the 42 agencies writing for Patrons Buckeye for a quote from your local insurance company covering Ohio. Whether you need coverage for your home, mobile home, seasonal home, garage, farm equipment, Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is located in Caldwell, Ohio, and can help. Visit our website at patronsbuckeye.com.
Smile like a champion. Visit Dean Orthodontic for braces and clear aligners in Cambridge, Zanesville, and Coshocton. They see adults and children from age 7 and up for all your family orthodontic needs. Visit deanortho.com for more info.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
John Valentine Insurance pregame show rolls on. Different position now. We're up here on Media Row. I'm with Mike Snively. Got our friend Dr. Richard Hall with us up here today, too. We might press him into some early service, as Richard and I are going to be calling all 3 games tonight. This will be a fun time here at the Convo in Athens. But, hey, let's get to both of these teams. John Glenn, Maysville. Mike, so many things these teams have in common.
Well, we talked about this before the game, before pregame even started, Dave. Both teams are MVL champs, one being in the big school, one being in the small school. Both of them on huge streaks, one 23-game, one 24-game win streak. They both shoot over 75% from the free throw line. Both teams average guys right double digits or more. I mean, there's just so many similarities going on right now with these two teams. Not to mention, I'm going to let you throw out your tidbit about state championships.
Well, you know, I was going through all the things that were similar. Both coaches are Muskingum basketball alums. As you said, they both won MVL champs, but they both won a state title in the last 10 years, in the last decade. So Maysville, the defending state champs. John Glenn won theirs in 2016. So both teams have won a state championships. They both start 5 seniors, and I think Coach Sheck alluded to that. That's one of the keys to the success of both of these teams. You've got seniors in the starting lineup.
Well, when you have seniors in the starting lineup, that's huge because you know you're going to get great leadership. But Dave, one thing I do notice, and here this is a similarity, but it's also going to be a difference in the two teams. The similarity is neither team has played in this venue this year.
Yes, that's true.
But if you really dig deep, the 5 seniors on this Maysville team have played here 4 times in the last 2 years. So that could be advantage Maysville right there.
You're exactly right. And thank you to all the sponsors, and we have a ton of sponsors for this basketball game today. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Village Hardware and Rental, Young Insurance Agency, Guernsey County Sportsmen's Association, Karn Recovery Services, Dropbox Byesville, Graham Law, Dean Orthodontics, Zemba Company, Sarah Wickerham State Farm, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Co-op, Howell Craig Insurance, Action Total Staffing, The Beckett House, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Great Clips, Mount Perry Propane, Move Staffing, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Allen Hunter State Farm, Attain Wealth Partners, Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, Dandy Beef Company, Chapman's Coffee House, The Battery Depot, and The Flower Shop.
That's a mouthful.
That is a list of sponsors, and we certainly appreciate everyone. Lots of local interest in this game. It's basically a Muskingum County rivalry game, Maysville against John Glenn. And Mike, I moved to the area in 2019, and Maysville was just coming on. And they finally, I remember a game distinctly at John Glenn. They beat John Glenn at John Glenn, and they hadn't beaten him there for eons. And the kids were celebrating, and some of the John Glenn folks didn't take it too well.
And it took off from there.
And it's grown. Both teams really good basketball teams, and of course, we certainly are appreciative, and we are excited to be here at the Convo because it's a great atmosphere, and there's not too many people left in the village of New Concord or in Southtown right now.
No, and if people back home are probably familiar with the old Jamboree in the hills down near St. Clairsville, when they used to open those gates at 5 a.m. to go get a seat, that's exactly what it looked like. People were rushing in through the aisles there just to save seats, and we've got a large contingent here, and a very good decision by the OHSAA to move this thing from Ohio University Eastern to Ohio University Athens, because it's going to be every bit of 4,000 or 5,000 people here tonight.
Well, when we come back on the Valentine Insurance pregame show, we'll talk about each team a little bit more in depth, each one of the starting lineups. We'll talk about our TK Auto Service keys to the game, also our Sarah Wickerham State Farm Insurance starting lineups. That when we come back. This is high school basketball on AVC Sports.
The Battery Depot is a local battery and multi-purpose shop in Cambridge. They carry a wide selection of batteries, such as interstate, automotive, industrial, marine, and gas and electric golf cart batteries. At Battery Depot, battery testing and most battery installations are free. They carry rechargeable, household, and everyday batteries and can even rebuild power tools and battery packs. They're conveniently located on Campbell Avenue in Cambridge, or give them a call at 740-432-2000.
Looking for adventure? Check out the 2022 Ford Bronco 4-door Badlands at Doane Ford. This rugged ride is built to take you anywhere, with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
Craving the finest locally raised beef in Caldwell? Look no further than Dandy Beef, a family farm dedicated to quality. From a pound of succulent ground beef to a juicy 2-pack of steaks or even a whole beef, they've got you covered. Order conveniently online. And the best part? They deliver to Caldwell, Cambridge, Marietta, and more local zip codes. It's never been easier to enjoy premium beef. Check them out at www.dandybeefcompany.com or visit Center Drive-Thru just 6 miles east of Caldwell on State Route 78.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for going to Great Clips for a haircut." The skilled stylists at Great Clips salons do millions of haircuts a year, but with Clip Notes, they save every detail of your hair, including the secret to taming that cowlick. Oh, and if your wallet could talk, it'd say the price looks pretty great too. Isn't it nice when everyone's happy? For the haircut you love for less, take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great. Download the app today.
The John Valentine Insurance pregame show rolls on here on AVC Sports. I'm Dave Hilliard along with Mike Snively. We've got a great Division IV regional semifinal for you. A couple teams that know each other very well, John Glenn and Maysville. Let's talk about now, Mike, the TK Auto Service keys to the game. And I'm going to kind of go here for a second. I'm going to talk about both teams and what each coach said. Coach Sheck, his key tonight is that they need to limit the possessions from Maysville. In other words, they'd like a little bit slower paced game, and they want to stay away from that third quarter avalanche that is so typically Maysville.
Yes, go ahead.
And Dave Brown talked about his team having to defend the three-point line. His defense is what's got him here, and they said they need to defend the three-point line. Mike, any other TK Auto Service keys that you want to throw in there?
Well, I'm going to keep it simple. I think the team that finds their shot and gets most comfortable shooting the three-point ball, these teams have combined for 463 three-pointers on the year. That's a ton of three-pointers. So the three-point arc is going to be, a very big factor in this game. Whoever finds their shooting touch early and can, put the nerves away early is going to have a very good advantage, because we do know in the past, Maysville here is the favorite. But just last year, John Glenn beat Maysville at Maysville. So we all know that John Glenn's very capable of pulling off the upset here.
And basically the same players that are out there on the floor, except for Will Nikolazakis for John Glenn. I mean, that was a game that you and I did early in the season, and that was one of those that it was a shocker for us that John Glenn went over to Maysville and got him. So they obviously have that in the back of their mind. They know that they can win a game here. So
absolutely. But and a lot of these kids know each other. They're on the same AAU teams. They've been playing against each other since basically 5th grade. So this is just your old backyard rivalry called the Backyard Brawl, and this is great for Muskingum County.
Well, John Glenn, they got here this season, and we talked about this not too many times. You have two teams, one with a 23-game winning streak and the other one with a 24-game winning streak.
Unbelievable.
That is something else right there. The Maysville Panthers, they lost that very first opening season game to Cincinnati Taft, and they have not looked back since. Those big non-league wins they had, Kettering Alter, Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, and Lutheran East, along with Bishop Hartley, all teams they defeated in their regular season non-league games. And Dave Brown went out and scheduled himself some people.
He knew what he had to do. That's exactly right, Dave.
The John Glenn Muskies, they beat Berlin Highland, who will be playing here at the regional final in regional semifinal in Division 6. They beat them in game 1. They scored the last 8 points to win that game, then lost to Maysville at home by 12. But then they've run the rest of them.
They've run the rest of them. Let me repeat, we talked about Highland. Highland's holding teams into the teens right now for final score. So that was a big win early for Coach Scheck. And then they beat a very good Marietta team who just lost last night here against a very good Columbus Watterson team.
Well, some of the players that Mike and I are very familiar with, we didn't have to do much preparation in this one today. For John Glenn, Steele Bates, Braden Davis, C.J. Dolan, they're all averaging over in double digits. Cooper Briggs almost at double digits with 9.8. We're going to be watching his ankle and seeing how he gets along tonight. And then Oakley, Zeminski, Ben Stom coming in off the bench. Or Ben Stom is a starter, I should say. Oakley, Zeminski coming in off the bench. And, of course, the starting five for Maysville, well-known. Gator Nichols, Jordan Watson, Kane Roerig, Landon Iden, Cade Rock, the only one not averaging double figures in that starting lineup, but he is the glue that holds the team together.
I love watching Cade Rock play basketball. I mean, he does everything that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, and you're going to see more of that tonight. He will defend, he will rebound, he will fight, scratch, and claw.
Well, we've got a treat for you here tonight. When we get ready for the Sarah Wickerham State Farm starting lineups, we're going to go to Lou Horvath. He's the PA announcer here at OU, and he is, shall we say, famous.
Very famous, and it's basketball 30 here at OU.
The Convo. At this time, if you are able, we do ask you to move your head here and please stand as we honor America and in respect for those who are serving and those who have served to protect our democracy as we play our national anthem. Presented by the Maysville VFW Post 3760. And again, we'll go back to OU PA announcer Lou Horvath. The Southeast District Board extends to each and every one of you a very cordial welcome to this regional semi in D4 between the Panthers and Maysville. And the Little Muskies of John Glenn. And members of opposing teams, all looking to make the Final Four. Officials assigned to our game have been selected by the basketball coaches in Ohio through a system approved by the Board of Control. Our officiating team this evening, Scott Bunton, Keith Hurst, and Adrian Williams. They combine for 68 years of basketball officiating experience. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. You're requested to regard them as such. Keep them in the ideals of good sportsmanship. Remember, just as you expect sportsmanship on the court, they expect sportsmanship in the stands. Y'all been here before. You know there's no calendar. You know there's no clock. You know one thing. There's one time in the Convo. It's basketball 30. Let's go to our starting lineups. First for the Panthers. A 6-foot senior guard, number 0, Gator Nichols. At forward, he's a senior standing 6'4", number 4, Cade Rock.
Sarah Wickerham, State Farm Insurance starting lineups. And if you can't get excited about basketball when you hear Lou Horvath, there is something wrong with you.
My man, he can dictate his words very well.
He is an amazing PA announcer, and it's just one of the treats about getting to call basketball here at the Convo at OU. Again, Lou Horvath, and we were trying to figure out how long he's been doing it, but man, it's been a while, and he is the voice of OU basketball down here.
The Bel Air, Ohio native.
Blair.
Blair.
That's one. It's one word, Mike. You taught me that a long time ago.
I know that. I was just trying to be grammatically correct for our big audience.
Opening tip is going to be controlled by Gator Nichols and the Panthers. He's got the basketball. Being closely guarded by Cooper Briggs. A little switch out top now to Landon Iden. Iden, very good three-point shooter, and I know John Glenn will be interested in whenever he touches it. There's Jordan Watson from the three-point line, no good. Rebound off to the Muskies. And Mike, the first three-point shot was attempted beyond the college line.
And they are going to get mistaken tonight by that. We saw it at Muskingum the other night.
C.J. Dolan with the basketball for the Muskies. Looking to get at the Bates. Good defensive pressure from Gator Nichols, and that's going to cause a turnover. And that's one thing that Maysville is going to do. They are going to get down and guard the basketball. That has just been their trademark. And that's why they've won so many games over the last 5 years, Mike. 116 and 19.
Unbelievable. That turnover was caused partly by the pressure by Gator Nichols, and I think a little bit of nerves by the Muskies.
Nichols now with the basketball for his team. Iden comes and gets it almost at half court. They swing it to Watson on the left side. Back to Iden. Watson trying to create space. He does. There's a tip for Braden Davis, and it goes to the Muskies. Teams trade turnovers here in the early going.
One thing I noticed, John Glenn not looking to run with the possibility to run the last two possessions.
That's Coach Sheck said they were trying to limit the possessions. Watson checking Steele Bates. Dribbles along the baseline, skips it to Braden Davis. He gets to the rim, kicks it out to Stom. Stom down the lane. And they call a double dribble on him. And one thing that you got to be used to when you get to the basketball at this level, it's going to be physical.
It's going to be much more physical, especially around the paint. Second turnover, second possession for the Muskies.
Landon Iden this time brings the ball up for the Panthers. This is where they like to set a little screen here for Nichols. We see what they do here. Bates almost causes another turnover. They get it to Nichols eventually. He's going to try a deep three ball, and he rattles it home. And that's an Allen Hunter State Farm three to kick off the scoring in this regional semi. It's 3-0 Maysville, courtesy of Gator Nichols.
That's every bit of 26 foot right there.
Way beyond the college line. Bates now checked by Iden. Iden, a great on-ball defender. We've seen that all through his career. Gets it to Davis inside. Davis working against Roerig. Little jump hook shot inside, no good. Roerig had the rebound knocked away, but it's going to go to Maysville. And so far, that Maysville defense as advertised, Mike.
Yeah, and that's not a bad look by John Glenn, but Roerig does block a lot of shots. He had 4 blocks in the first matchup this year.
Davis did a nice job getting to 2 feet in there. He had lots of options. Settled on that jump hook, and there's another three-pointer. Gator Nichols, another Allen Hunter State Farm three, and he's off to a hot start. 2 for 2 from the three-point line. His team up 6-0. Here comes Dolan trying to get into the lane and answer. Tough shot, defensive pressure, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound. I think they're going to call that on Braden Davis. It is. Davis trying to tip in the miss. That's his first foul.
Not the ideal start for the Muskies, but Gators starting to heat it up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a heat check on this possession.
We might see yet another three-point attempt. Nichols spaced Watson, that right spin he really likes. He went back to his left. Tough shot contested by Bates. The rebound off to Bates on that miss, and here he comes up the right side of the floor. Working against Rock this time. Gets it into the lane, stops. Has to flip it to Dolan. Dolan finds a little gap down the lane. His layup, no good. Another tough contest inside. Watson with the basketball ahead to Nichols. Nichols to Iden in the corner. Shot fake goes to the rim. Shot fake, no good. Little double clutch, good defensive pressure at the rim. And now Bates will walk it up. His team scoreless here in the first, well, it's just about 4 minutes. We're about 3.5 minutes into it. Cooper Briggs from behind the three-point line a very good three-point shooter if he's got his feet set. That one a little bit rushed. Almost a turnover there as Bates knocks it away. Watson going to go, but dumps it off to Rock inside. Miss. Roehrig there to tip it in. Kane Roehrig gets his first bucket, and it's 8-0.
Let's see what the Muskies are going to have to come up with an excellent possession here. So far, they have not found the scoring column.
Dolan finds Davis. Davis reverse layup. He's fouled going to the rim. He's going to get to shoot a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. And that foul goes on Rock. His first, team's first.
Braden Davis shoots 72% on the year. The Muskies, excellent, 75%.
Braden Davis with a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws, and he gets the first one to go, and he puts his team on the board. 6-1 here, 4:06 to play in the first quarter. I was just going to mention, John Glenn was down by 20 points to Marietta at home and came back and won that game. So good check. If they do face this deficit, he's got something that he can build on from previously.
Yeah,
with his
that was
team.
only 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So good point there, Dave.
Davis good on both free throws. 8-2 now in the early going. Nichols this time gets to the rim. Layup no good. Rebound to Rock. Braden Davis jumped a little bit too early. Steele Bates gets a steal in the corner and knocks it off of Gator Nichols. Good play, good hustle play from Bates. And it's going to be John Glenn basketball.
These teams both average under 10 turnovers a game, both with 2 right now. There's a lot of nerves still going on
A little
here.
bit of nerves and a little bit of good defense on both sides so far. Briggs working against Watson. Now Watson switches off to Stom. Stom has really come on as a scorer here in the second half of the season for John Glenn. He kicks it back out to Dolan. Dolan working against Rock. Stom now with the ball. And he's trying to get around Watson. That time, too much hands. And I was wondering when they were going to call that because there's been a lot of hand checking here in the early going on the dribble.
I've noticed at least 5 fouls called on both teams that haven't been, they were fouls, they just were not called. So that's the first kind of, hand check call we've had all night.
Our first sub into the game, Gavin Ferguson, enters for Maysville, replacing Jordan Watson.
Ferguson averages 7.5.
Nice having some offense coming in off the bench. Bates now has the basketball being guarded by Ferguson. Between the legs, crossover. Bates trying to create some space. He gets down the lane, forces up a shot. It's no good. Nichols has the rebound. He's on the run. Pulls up to the left side, kicks it to Roehrig. Roehrig going to try a 3-ball. No good. Rebound off to Briggs. Equal numbers here. We'll see if Cooper pushes it, and his 3-point attempt is blocked by Kane Roehrig. Kane sized him up and felt like that Briggs was going to shoot it, and great timing and a block right out of bounds.
That's a good read on Kane Roehrig's part. He did read that well.
Inbound the ball to Bates. Bates being hounded now by Iden. Bates behind the back. Iden still right on him. Briggs gets down the lane. His layup, good. Cooper Briggs on the board.
The ankle looks good from Briggs so far.
Looked good there, so that answers our first question. Cooper moving much better. Nichols now checked by Stom. Nichols trying to create space with a dribble. Gets to his right hand. There's Braden Davis to trap him, but they left Rock all alone. A good, nice dish from Nichols, and he gets Rock an easy bucket. And I got to mention here, Gator Nichols named as a finalist for Mr. Basketball.
As he should be. Good court vision there by the senior.
Division IV Player of the Year last year. Led his team to the state championship. Now he is a finalist for Mr. Basketball. Bates trying to get room. They came in for the trap, and there's Stom. A nice little floater on the baseline. Ben Stom connects. And that's his first bucket of the game, and it's 10-6. John Glenn trying to claw back into it here. Faced an early 6-0 deficit, but now 10-6. Nichols working against Davis. A speed mismatch. But Davis stays in front of him, but Nichols hits the tough fadeaway, and he's got 8 points.
Seen a little bit of everything tonight from Gator already.
Quick trip now for the Muskies, and probably a quick shot there from Dolan on that 3. It's no good, and here comes Maysville with numbers. They kick it out to Iden. Now down low to Roehrig. He finds Rock for another layup. Great ball movement from the Panthers. 14-6 now, 1:16 to play in this first quarter.
Just seeing excellent, unselfish basketball on the offensive end from this Panther team.
Stom hands it to Bates. Bates not in the scoring column yet in the basketball game. Guarded this time by Ferguson. Gets into the lane, tough throw up, and it's no good. They're going to call foul on that one. A lot of contact on the dribble the entire way down through there.
I agree. It looked like Ferguson may have fouled him a couple times before the shot was attempted, but that's going to send Bates to the line, who's a 77% free throw shooter.
Steele Bates with a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. And as I mentioned, working with Dr. Hall the other night, the Kemp Insurance Agency got their money's worth in that district final because Maysville shot a ton of free throws.
Yeah, Maysville shoots at 77%. Rarely do you see two teams shoot above 70%. Both of these teams are above 75%.
Maybe that's why they're both here.
Right, and it has a little bit to do with it.
Bates' second free throw on the way good. John Glenn 4 for 4 as a team here in the early going. 14-8, Maysville.
Here's the zone we saw against Cambridge last week. It did give the Bobcats a lot of trouble, so let's see what Zeminski at the top.
Hayden Genzer out there too, creating that trap. They break the trap, they get it to Iden in the corner, and then three-pointer off the mark, and there's going to be Jordan Watson's second foul on the rebound. Came in a little too hard, and I would assume we're going to see a sub. Rohrig going to check back into the game for Watson. Nope, it's going to be Cohen Llewellyn that checks in. Rohrig was up, but now they went to Llewellyn.
Yeah, Oakley Zeminski came in and played the front of that half-court zone, and he's very long, and it gave Cambridge a lot of trouble, and it actually slowed Cambridge down, and they end up, just struggling mightily in that second half against John Glenn.
He's got long arms, and he's got a good nose for the ball. Bates created a little space, but his three-pointer is an air ball, and there's Dolan back, knocking the ball out of bounds. Maysville might have had some numbers there, but Dolan making the good center field play.
And I believe Coach Scheck's going to go offense-defense right off the bat. Anytime he can get Zeminski in there in that zone, he's going to bring him in defensively.
He's got him back in here now with 27 seconds left in his first quarter. It's 14-8 Maysville. Gator Nichols has got 8 points. He leads all scorers. Maysville likes to hold it for the last shot when they get in this situation. And there's going to be a foul on top. That is on Zeminski.
Just the team's second, though.
And as you said, it's probably a good foul. I mean, they're going to have to take it out. They got to reset. Zeminski in there to play defense right now and just try to be aggressive. You're not in the bonus, so you might as well try to go for the steal. He's trying to stay in front of Nichols, and that's a tough order. Nichols trying to get space, spins, step back, Kobe move, no good. Rebound off to the Muskies. 1 second left. Bates is going to let it fly from three-quarter court, and it's no good. That ends the first quarter. Maysville 14, John Glenn 6. We'll be back with second quarter action. High school basketball on AVC Sports.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Stranded? Call B&B Body Shop and Towing for fast, reliable towing help anytime. B&B is available 24/7 to assist with breakdowns, accidents, or roadside emergencies. B&B's experienced operators provide light and heavy-duty towing with care, speed, and professionalism. So if you're stranded, one call gets help rolling. Since 1978, local drivers have relied on B&B for clear communication, quick response, and fair pricing. B&B is the area's most trusted name in towing and collision repair. For peace of mind, save B&B's number in your phone now, 740-439-3483.
Second quarter ready to get underway here at the Convo. Maysville with a 14-8 lead after one. John Glenn will get the first possession of the second quarter.
Quick stat I noticed, John Glenn was 0 offensive rebounds in that first quarter. Maysville did a really good job of boxing out the John Glenn Muskies.
And there's going to be a steal. That's Ferguson, and he's going to lay it in. Good play by Gavin Ferguson, the steal and the layup.
Not what the Muskies wanted out of the end of the quarter play.
16-8 Maysville now. Bates walks it up. Now gets it to Stom.
Bates creates some space, three-pointer, no good. Rebound off to Cade Rock. Being harassed there, Hayden Genzer, along with Ben Stom, and they create a turnover. Gator Nichols pleading his case to the officials, saying, hey, they fouled my man. But it's off of Maysville, and John Glenn keeps possession.
John Glenn has not hit a 3 yet. They average about 8-9 a game.
Inbounded to Dolan. Dolan against Rock. Behind his back, now flips it back to Zeminski. Zeminski back to Dolan.
You know, you mentioned Coach Brown wanted to guard that three-point line. They're doing an excellent job of doing that.
Yes, they are. They're not really getting a good look on any of the threes they have attempted. Bates has his hands back on it. Going to have a screen from Genzer. Baseline drive. Skipped it across the baseline to Zeminski. Zeminski now gets it to Dolan. Dolan almost lost it. He's working against Nichols. Bates coming off of a screen. Down the lane, pulls up jumper. Shot off the mark. Rebound off to Landon Iden of Maysville, and he's fouled on the reach in. Coach Brown saying, hey, call the reach, and the official saying, I got it. You need to quit yelling at me.
John Glenn, just 2 of their first 9. Got to credit that Maysville defense. Always exceptional. Defense travels. It
Yes,
doesn't
it
matter
does.
how you can shoot as bad or as good as you want, but defense always travels.
16-8, Maysville up by 8. Braden Davis checks back in for the Muskies. Ferguson came off the double screen there. They got it to Rock. Now Rohrig has it on the baseline. They trap, but they leave Iden open. His three-pointer, no good. Another one from behind the college line. Now Zeminski throws it ahead to Davis, who is ahead of the pack. Shot fakes, kicks it back out to Dolan. Dolan into the lane against Rohrig. His layup, no good. Might have been partially blocked by Kane. And that ball's thrown out of bounds, but it was tipped. It'll stay with Maysville. 6:01 to play. It's 16-8. John Glenn has not scored in this first 2 minutes of the second quarter.
What I have noticed, so after offensive misses by John Glenn, they got a couple guys I like to call creepers. They just hang out back there in the backcourt trying to get a steal. We've seen that the last 2 possessions. One caused a turnover. Another one almost caused a second turnover there.
Nichols with the basketball. He gets into the lane. Jump stop. His jump shot is tough and good. Gator Nichols now, he's got 10, and when he gets into the lane, he is super dangerous. Bates trying to do the same thing, and his shot as he fades away is no good, but there's an offensive board, and it finally ends up in Braden Davis's hand, and he lays it in, and he gets the first basket for John Glenn in the second quarter, making it 18-10 Maysville. Nichols pulls up from way beyond the line, and it's off the mark. Bates has got the rebound. Gets it to Dolan. Dolan skips it over in the corner to Stom. His 3, no good. Braden Davis, fighting for the basketball. Back in Bates' hand now to Dolan. His three-pointer, bang! C.J. Dolan, and there's John Glenn's first Allen Hunter State Farm 3 of the basketball game.
You almost felt like John Glenn needed that, being down 8.
13-8, or 18-13. I got to spit that out right. And Gator Nichols got into the lane, and they're going to call a foul on Dolan as he came over. They had good defense on him, but I think Dolan, when he swiped down, that's when they're going to call that foul, and that's CJ's first foul.
So Nichols, who now has 82 three-pointers on the year, let me repeat that, 82 on the year. He's a 78% free throw shooter.
Nichols comes to the line for a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. And his first one is nothing but net. He's got 11 points now.
First free throws for the Panthers.
John Glenn has been to the line a couple times. They've shot 4 free throws. These are the first 2, as Mike pointed out, for the Panthers. And again, both teams very good free throw shooting basketball teams. Nichols looking for his 12th point of the game, and he's got it. Makes the lead 20-13. Dolan on the run, but guarded by Rock. On the right side, and Rock almost came up with the steal, but they're going to call a foul because he was on his leg, and that's just it's an aggressive foul. I mean, that's a foul as a coach. You really can't fault the kid. I mean, he was just being aggressive.
Yeah, and just fell on C.J. Dolan's ankle, and that is a foul.
Rock stays in, though. Ball inbounded to Briggs, now to Bates. Bates looked at Briggs there. They set a little flare screen for him and tried to run Briggs behind that for a three-point opportunity, but really was not that open. Stom now gets it back to Bates. Little screen there for him, but Bates can't get any space. Swings it to Dolan. Dolan from way outside, and it's an air ball. And again, Mike, the three-point lines, if you haven't played on a college floor with the extra lines, it is confusing.
2.5 more, 3 feet,
Yes.
right? 3 feet deeper. So, yeah, very confusing. That there, CJ shot that ball from at least 26 feet right there.
He was way beyond the arc, and I'm going to say that's probably a little out of his range. And here's that half-court trap again from John Glenn. They swing it to Watson. He's been back in the game. Rohrig going to try a three, and he got it. Kane Rohrig, his first Allen Hunter State Farm three of the game. And he pushes the lead now to Maysville for 10. It's 23-13 here. 3:45 left in the second quarter.
Rohrig with his 40th three on the season.
Bates down the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound fought for and garnered by Watson. He skips it ahead to Rohrig. It's 3-on-1. Ferguson, three ball, no good. Rebound off to steal Bates. Nice move to get around Iden as Bates went behind the back. Now he's got Rohrig between him and the bucket. He's just going to pull up and shoot a three. It's no good, but offensive rebound almost grabbed by Hayden Genzer, but it goes out of bounds and it'll stay with Maysville.
Genzer just could not get those palms on the basketball, slipped out of his hands.
Right place, but just couldn't corral it. And here comes Nichols now on the attack for Maysville. It's 23-13. Just over 3 minutes left here until halftime. They get it to Rohrig, back to Nichols. Bang! Gator Nichols. And that's going to draw a Zemba Company's timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And if you were wondering, if you're watching and you're thinking, I want to see this Gator Nichols guy play, is he as good as they say he is?
Well, he's got 15 of the 26 tonight so far, and he's just made all the difference in the world. He's hitting deep shots. He's getting to the basket. He's actually hitting those mid-range Kobe-like jumpers,
yes,
from mid-range. So he's been outstanding tonight.
And the problem when you're dealing with him is he can shoot it from beyond the college line, which 100%. He did right there. And he can also get into the lane and draw fouls and score on the Kobe move.
So many good handles, too. He's got great handles.
He's got a lot of different things in his arsenal, and he can score from just about anywhere on the floor, and he presents problems for everybody, not just John Glenn, as Cleveland Glenville found out last year in the state finals.
Yeah, and he's got to be closing in on 2,000 points.
He's over 1,800. I can't remember the point total right now, but he's got 16 right now. Or excuse me, 15. He's got 15 for Maysville.
John Glenn has to find some type of groove in their offense. Right now, everything has been a battle for them, every possession, and that's a credit to this blue and gold defense of the Panthers.
Maysville has doubled up John Glenn right now, 26-13 here, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Stom now gets it to Bates. Great defense again by Iden. Bates gets down the lane, jump stop, his shot no good. Braden Davis had his hands on it but couldn't corral it. Now here comes Ferguson for the Panthers. He finds Rohrig. Back to Gator. Gator now down the lane. They're going to call a reach foul out top. Probably a good foul for John Glenn because Gator had a lane, and that's going to be Briggs' first foul and the team's third here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was probably going to be an easy 2 points for Gator Nichols.
Nichols on the inbound now, guarded by C.J. Dolan. We said a lot of these guys play AAU basketball together, so everyone kind of familiar with each other's game. Watson trying to get space against Briggs, and he likes that spin to his right, and he scores on it. Jordan Watson, his first bucket of the game.
Watson had his coming out party 2 years ago here in the regional where he scored 18 points in the second half.
Yep, and led them back to a victory here in the regional tournament. Davis on the left wing. He shot fakes, gets into the lane. His layup, no good. Rebound off to Watson. Gets it to Nichols. Here comes the Panthers on the run. 28-13. 1:45 to play. Nichols. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound off to Bates. Bates finds space, gets it ahead to Briggs. Briggs pulls up, was going to take the three, but he tried to get it to Davis, and it's stolen by Ferguson. Almost a steal from Bates on the other end. Nichols now with the ball. Down the lane, wide open layup. It's good. 30-13. Maysville getting ready to run away with this, and unless John Glenn can answer here in this last minute of the first half. Bates trying to do that. Gets it down low against Ferguson. His shot is up and good, and he's fouled.
Well, if John Glenn needed a basket, it had to be there.
And that was on, they call that one on Ferguson. That's what I just missed that. Bates with an opportunity for the old school three-point play. He's got 4 points now, and that's the fifth one. And boy, John Glenn needed something there. 30-16. They're still down 14 with 1:08 to go in this first half.
Bates, who averages 20, over 20, that's his first field goal of the game.
Watson. Now C.J. Dolan switches off to him, and now we've got Davis on Gator Nichols, and I think that's an advantage for Gator.
And I wouldn't be surprised in this situation. You think Gator can hold this thing for 49 seconds?
I don't know. Well, he gets a foul drawn. Braden Davis fouls him, puts both hands on him. And that's Braden Davis's second foul. And I think that's the team fourth here in the quarter. Trying to inbound it now. Good pressure from John Glenn. In the corner now from Watson, back out to Ferguson. Ferguson being guarded by Stom.
These teams' offenses, Dave, are so similar. 5 out, space it up. And so far, Maysville's done a great job of spacing up, getting their athletes out in space, getting around people, and sharing the basketball.
Watson now working against Braden Davis. Back to Nichols. 18 seconds left. I think Maysville going to try to hold for one, but Gator had other ideas. Kicks it out to Ferguson, and his three ball is going to go. Another Allen Hunter State Farm three, that one from Gavin Ferguson. It's 33-16. Bates wants to answer on the other end. His three's in and out, no good, and that's going to end the first half. Maysville 33, John Glenn 16. We'll be back with our halftime portion of our broadcast. This is high school basketball on AVC Sports.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Paying for your kids' college education? Exploring the rainforests of Costa Rica? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning, and I'm here to help. I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Wickerham. As your local good neighbor, I can help you look at the things you want to save for and come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, call me, State Farm Agent Sarah Wickerham. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Muskingum Valley Youth Shooting Sports Banquet on Saturday, March 14th. There'll be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, March 14th at the Muskingum County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults, $25 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott at 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Zemba Brothers, a commercial residential service company, is proud to sponsor the John Glenn Muskies basketball game. Zemba Brothers is known in the service industry for their integrity, work ethic, professionalism, and commitment to safety. Zemba Brothers also believes in giving back to the community that they work and live in. Let them provide a quote for your next project. 740-452-1880 or online at ZembaBrothersInc.com. Zemba Brothers Incorporated, on the move since 1987. Proud sponsor of the John Glenn Muskies.
Hi folks, Jeff Riggins, the Mattress Man from Box Drop Byesville, 168 South 2nd Street in Byesville. We have all sizes of mattress sets, king, queen, full and twin. We have adjustable bases. We have models ranging from budget to luxury, and we see folks by appointment. So call today to set a time to come in, 740-584-2623. Check us out on Facebook and Google, Box Drop Byesville.
When life feels heavy, you shouldn't have to wait for help. At Allwell's Walk-In Now, Guernsey County's behavioral health urgent care, support is ready right when you are. No appointments, no hassle. Just walk into our office at 831 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and get fast, compassionate care. All wells walk in now, because the best time to feel better is now. Be well, stay well, all well.
Halftime here at the Convo in Athens, Division 4 regional semifinal. Maysville Panthers ahead in this one, 33-16 over John Glenn. Maysville 24-1, the defending state champions. John Glenn also 24-1 this season. So both teams won a lot of basketball games, but right now, Maysville just locking down John Glenn on defense. They're just not getting many good, clean looks, many opportunities, and they're not getting any offensive rebounds. That's a key, Mike.
Well, that's the big key. You're right, Dave. They are locking them down. John Glenn only shot 20% from the field, only 10% from three-point line, and that's where they usually shine. That's how they win their games. And offensively, rebound-wise, they have held John Glenn to 0. And I said 0 offensive rebounds. So that's been the key statistic for me in that first half.
Well, we talk about at Muskingum a lot of things about possession stats, and that's the ability to have less turnovers than your opponent and also more offensive rebounds, because both of those things are going to give you more possessions. And right now, Maysville leads in that category. They are winning the possession battle in this one.
Here's another thing. Of the 22 shots John Glenn shot, how many of them were their feet set? How many of them were under control? Everything, was they were off balance or had to hurry up a shot. And one, Roerig's there sometimes, but two, there's just somebody in your face at all times for Maysville. And it's just been a tough chore in that first half. So the Muskies got to find something offensively where they got to gain some confidence, and they're trailing by 17 now.
Well, Gaynor Nichols got his team off to a great start. He hit 2 threes in the early going to give his team a 6-0 lead, and they've just built on it since. At the end of one, Maysville led this game 14-8, and then they outscored John Glenn in the second quarter 19-8 to take this 33-16 lead at the half. For John Glenn right now, Cooper Briggs has 2 points. C.J. Dolan has 3. Ben Stom with 2. Braden Davis with 4. Steele Bates with 5. That's a scoring breakdown for John Glenn. For Maysville, Jordan Watson with 2. Kane Roerig with 5. Cade Rock with 4. Gavin Ferguson with 5. And Gator Nichols leads all scorers in this game. He's got 17 for the Maysville Panthers. We'll take another quick break. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what John Glenn might have to do in this second half to get back in the basketball game. This is high school basketball presented by AVC Sports.
Losing someone you love changes everything. At Graham Law, we can help you navigate the challenges of a wrongful death case by providing the emotional and legal support you need so you can focus on healing. With offices in Zanesville and Cambridge and virtual meetings available across Ohio, we are here to help during this difficult time. Graham Law, your personal injury firm.
It's your life, and you call the shots. But when the unexpected happens, you need a strong team to help you rebound. At the Howell Craig Insurance Agency, we can assist you with selecting the best insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, or business, you want Ohio Mutual on your team. The ball is in your court. Give us a call at 740-638-5058. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
There's a lot going on.
Halftime here at the Convo in Athens. Maysville leading this game at 33-16. Our sponsors, again, we have a ton of them. We thank them all for broadcasting, helping broadcast this game today. Beckett House, Action Total Staffing, Howell Craig Insurance, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Co-op, Sarah Wickerham State Farm, Zemba Companies, Dean Orthodontics, Graham Law, Dropbox Byesville, Karen Recovery Services, Guernsey County Sportsman Association, Young Insurance Agency, Village Hardware and Rental, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Stone Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Ohio Children's Trust Fund, Great Clips, Mount Perry Profane, Move Staffing, B&B Body Shop and Towing, Allen Hunter State Farm, Attain Wealth Partners, Custom Vehicles of Zanesville, the Dandy Beef Company, Chapman's Coffee House, the Battery Depot, and the Flower Shop, all sponsors of tonight's game.
That's, Dave, that's a good thing, though. I'm glad we have that many sponsors. There's a lot of interest in high school basketball in our area.
Yes, and it's very nice that all those people have jumped on. We've got a Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game for both teams. Mike and I will have to award, and we got to give it, again, our usual shout-out to Marcia and her staff. We certainly love eating at Lock 9 Pizza. We probably should have stopped and got a pizza on the way here to Athens.
Never thought about that.
Never thought about that one. We also have a Great Clips, Great Play of the Game, and shout out to Shanika at Great Clips of Zanesville. She just cut Dr. Hall's hair. She cut my hair this week.
Well,
Were you in
Shanika,
there?
I think I'm coming this week, Shanika.
You're coming this week, okay. I told her to make sure she watched the broadcast because she has been referred to as the stylist to the stars.
Oh, her head's getting huge right now just by us saying that. Hi, Shanika.
All right, well, we certainly appreciate her and Great Clips sponsoring our Great Clips, Great Play of the Game. We'll talk about that in the post game when we get to that. Maysville right now leading John Glenn 33-16. Almost ready for this second half tip. Just under 40 seconds left on this game clock here at the halftime. Huge crowd, Mike. We're going to give a guesstimation on the attendance number.
Just looking around now, you got to think I'm going to go 4,000. 4,000 here right now. Now there's going to be some more people filling in for this second game, so that's probably going to grow as we start this second half.
Well, you got to understand, this is a huge arena. It seats over 13,000 people, so I mean, sometimes it looks just a little empty in the upper levels.
What we're looking at, I mean, across from us, all you see is blue and gold on one side and maroon and white on the other, and it goes halfway up the second level.
It sure does, and Maysville Panthers will get the first possession of this second half, and they have a 17-point lead here. It's 33-16. Nichols inbounds it to Iden, and he will get the offense going for the Panthers. And run Nichols off a little double screen action now, pick and roll. They get it to Rohrig. He rolled perfectly, and he banks it home. His 7th point of the game.
Maysville's hit their last 5 shots dating back to the second quarter.
Just good offense right there. Bates gets into the lane, trying to create some space. He gets his own rebound off the miss, now flips it to Davis. Davis has it reached in, and it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to John Glenn here. Maysville had the first possession of the second half. And again, Bates, you know, there's some games I think he's going to get that foul called on that contact on the dribble, but it's just not getting called.
Not getting called tonight, correct.
Dolan down the lane, and it's blocked by Rohrig. Again, you got to finish on 2 in the paint in a big boy basketball game, and when you go off 1, a shot blocker like Rohrig is just going to time it and block it. He penetrates, and he's fouled on the reach-in from Bates. Steele.
I believe they got Dolan on that.
Did they call Dolan on that one? I thought it was Bates.
No, you're right. It was Steele Bates.
All right, his first foul. 35-16 now, 7:14 to play in the third quarter. Maysville ahead comfortably in this one. And this third quarter, this is when they have made hay in the last 3 years, as we would say, down in southern Highland County.
The Southtown Avalanche, we used to call it.
Yes, it has been. Iden trying to find space inside. He forces up a tough shot. Good defense, but he got his own rebound. Gets it out to Nichols. Nichols sees a crease, gets down the lane, lays it up. Good. Gator Nichols. He's got 19. Bates on the attack. He gets into the lane. And now they're going to call foul on. There was a lot less contact that time than the previous time, and this time they're going to call Landon Iden for the foul.
John Glenn's got to do something, and they got to do it in a hurry. But
yes,
I would like to see them get up and down the court a little bit faster, maybe create their shooters some opportunities, put the pressure on the Maysville defense.
Well, they are down 21 right now. Bates has the basketball, trying to find some space against Iden.
That ball
the three-pointer was tipped. It was blocked. Bates thinks he got fouled, but they're not going to call it. He runs in and tries to knock it away from Rock as Rock's going in for the layup and does. Steele saying I got hit on the wrist. But none of the guys wearing the stripes think he did, so it's a play on. Landon Iden will inbound the basketball for the Panthers underneath their own bucket. 6:29 to play here. It's 37-16. Maysville out in front.
Yeah, and it's all been Maysville's outstanding defensive effort and spacing and unselfishness on the offensive end, and a lot of Gator nickels too.
And a lot of Gator. That helps. Little inbounds play, and they get it to Roerig, and he's going to lay it up and in. Nice quick cut by Roerig, and he has 9 points now for the Panthers. Bates into the lane. Had to give it up to Davis. Davis gets it out to Dolan, and they tried to throw it in off of the player, but couldn't get it done, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Maysville, and now they're changing the direction. Yep, I think that's the right call.
Well, I think what confused the official was how hard Jordan Watson was chasing that ball like it hit off of one of their players. I think Jordan was just trying to grab it and get an easy layup for his team.
Iden with the basketball for the Panthers. They get it to Nichols. He draws a crowd out there, and they give it over to Roerig. He skips it to Iden. Iden pass fake now down the lane, and it's blocked, but a foul's going to be called on Ben Stom.
That's a good drive by Iden, but I think we play on here. I think that's an excellent block shot by Stom.
I thought so too, giving all the contact that's taking place on some of the shots. I mean, that looked pretty good. But Landon Iden goes to the free throw line for a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws.
Iden at 83%.
And his first one is good, as you would expect an 80% free throw shooter to do.
Iden, one of the better athletes in the area, excellent football player, excellent football receiver. Love watching him play football as well.
Had a great year on the gridiron for Maysville. Second free throw now for Iden, and he's got them both. Maysville coaches think Landon Iden might be the best shooter on the basketball team.
Both teams 9 for 9, combined 9 for 9 from the line.
Bates gets it to Davis in the corner. His three in and out. Stom runs down the rebound but can't control it. It's out of bounds to Maysville. Couple subs coming in for John Glenn. Zemensky and Hayden Genzer comes in for John Glenn, and this usually a sign they're going to go to the half-court trap, Mike.
Yeah, I would think so, but right now, it's a struggle bus right now for the Muskies.
And there is that half-court trap. Maysville ready for it. Nichols throws a high pass. It's tipped. And he gets it back, and he finds Watson in the middle of all of it. Now to Roerig. He's three ball. Good. Kane Roerig with an Allen Hunter State Farm three. Kane now into double figures. He's got 12 for Maysville. Bates pulls up in the lane and finally gets one to go. He's got 7 now, but he's had to work for all of them.
First points in the second half.
And that wasn't really a clean look either.
No, that was a tough look because Iden got physical with Bates there in the paint.
John Glenn working that half-court trap again. Nichols has it. He gets around the trap, now finds Iden. Iden back to Roerig in the corner. His three, bang! Kane Roerig with a heat check. Another Allen Hunter State Farm three.
Maysville's made 9 of their last 10.
Bates down the lane. His shot partially blocked, but a foul called on his drive, and it looks like that's going to go on Roerig. And that is his first foul. But he's gone. Kane's hit his last 2 3-pointers. He's got 3 on the night.
Rarely do you see Roerig swat down, and that time he did and got called for it.
Bates at the line for a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. First one is good for Steele. 47-19.
Bates, a kid that's made 48 threes on the year, hasn't really had a good look tonight at a three.
Dolan is the only one with a three, and that second free throw in and out, rebound of the Panthers, and they've got numbers. They get it ahead to Rock, who ran the floor, and he's going to lay it in. Cade Rock with his 6th point. Muskies right back at him, though, and a good pass from Davis to Bates, and that's going to be a full timeout, a full Zemba Company's timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school basketball on AVC Sports.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee, and who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
Good luck to the Maysville boys high school basketball team in the high school basketball tournament from Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team. We support the Maysville Panthers.
Maysville basketball as we come back here in the third quarter. They beat the press, get it to Nichols. Nichols gets down the lane and is fouled by Steele Bates. His 2nd foul.
How about this stat, Dave? From the start of the second quarter till now, Maysville shooting 13 of 17.
That's pretty good.
I'm not going to lose too many shooting 13 of 17 in any span of the game.
49-21, Maysville in front. Ferguson crosses over, working against Dolan. Dolan holds his ground. Good defense, and it's knocked away, and Bates almost had it, but it rolled right to Dolan, and Dolan will bring it up the floor.
4 turnovers for Maysville, 5 for John Glenn.
Braden Davis with the ball, gets it back to Bates. Bates down the lane. Good job there. Ferguson, I think, stayed in front of him, but the foul is going to be on Watson from behind, I believe. Nope, they did call it on Ferguson. Ferguson a little bit over-aggressive.
Yeah, for the game, the Panthers shooting just under 60% and 53% from three-point.
Steele Bates back at the line for a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. His first one is good. He'll get another one here. It's 49-22, 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Maysville out in front comfortably, and that second free throw rattles in for Bates.
We'll see some full court pressure here.
He extended that little trap. Now it's at three-quarter court, but Maysville no problems with it. They get it to Watson out top. He's right on the OU logo. Gets it in the corner to Nichols. Nichols trying to work against Stom. Stom finally gave him a little crease, and Nichols created a little bit of extra space there at the end. And there's going to be a full timeout from Dave Brown, so we'll take a timeout too. High school basketball on AVC Sports.
For 100 years, Young Insurance Agency has proudly protected what matters most. A century of service means trusted coverage for individuals, families, and businesses throughout our community. From your first home to your growing company, we're here with quality protection and hometown care you can count on. Thank you for being part of our story, past, present, and future. Visit us at our new location, 1239 Linden Avenue in Zanesville, and let's build the next chapter together. Young Insurance Agency, 100 years strong and just getting started.
Mother's Day is right around the corner, and there's no better way to say I love you, Mom, than with beautiful fresh flowers from the Flower Shop in New Concord. This hometown florist creates stunning arrangements for Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, and every special moment. Stop in at 36 East Main Street or call 740-261-5001 to order today. Friendly service, fresh flowers, and small town care you can count on. Make Mom's Day extra special this year with flowers from your hometown florist, the Flower Shop in New Concord.
That timeout sponsored by Zemba Companies. 3:27 left in the third quarter. Maysville up 51-23. John Glenn basketball. Bates into the front court, guarded by Gator Nichols. Bates works against Nichols, finds some space. His jumper in the lane is good. Still Bates, he's got 9 points in the quarter, 14 for the game. 51-25. His team trails by 26. Watson down the sideline, and that's going to go on Cooper Briggs, I believe. A little bit too handsy there on the dribble.
Team foul number 4, so next one the Panthers will be shooting.
With 3:03 to play in this third quarter.
And if you're Coach Brown, you can certainly take your foot off the pedal and run some clock, or do you just keep the pedal to the metal?
Nichols trying to inbound it, got it to Watson, tipped off Watson's hands back to Nichols. Iden with the ball now, he finds some space down the lane, jump stop, good. Landon Iden, he's got his first basket of the game. He's got 4 points now, a couple of free throws to go with that basket. Bates trying to work against Iden, and Iden just a good on-ball defender. He's just not going to give you any room.
No, he's been excellent all year. Probably the best in the NVL we've seen this year. Probably the best in the area we've seen for the last several years, Dave.
C.J. Dolan on the right wing against Gator Nichols, and that's going to be offensive. That's going to go against Dolan. Good positioning by Gator Nichols.
By the looks of that, you can tell Gator has practiced that, getting to that spot, and a lot of it has to do, sure, it's an offensive foul, but you can make it look even more like an offensive foul with that fallback that Gator used right there.
53-25. Maysville cruising here in the regional semifinals. Dolan trying to get back in front of Nichols, and does. And boy, now they're going to call a late foul on Dolan again.
Dolan not happy with that call. It was a late call.
Thought he'd created
Coach Brown thinks he's shooting.
And no, he's not. It's just that it's 5 fouls, and now they're going to go to the line. So Gator Nichols will shoot Kemp Insurance Agency free throws here.
Gator 21 on the night. 3 assists and 4 rebounds as well.
I'd say he's playing pretty well.
Doing well. And you just jinxed him.
Yeah, unfortunately, he misses that first free throw.
First free throw missed by the Panthers tonight. They're 4 of 5.
Still gets the second one, though. And he eyes the rim, and that one's good. 54-25. Maysville about ready to run and hide here. Bates, there's a lot of contact, and he finally does save it. Nope, Stom stepped out of bounds. And that's going to be Maysville basketball, another turnover for John Glenn.
7th turnover for John Glenn. Realistically, John Glenn has a chance, to get this thing to a running clock. It's at 29 right now. The way they're shooting the basketball, I can't even keep up with the stats.
Here comes Iden. Iden down the lane, but turned away by Braden Davis. Now to Ferguson. Ferguson working against Stom. Gets down the lane, finds Pickrell in the corner. Pickrell, one dribble, picks it up, gets it to Nichols. Uncontested 3 from downtown. Gator Nichols with an Allen Hunter State Farm three-pointer. His team now up 32. It's 57-25. And again, a lot of hands, and they finally do call it.
So Maysville shooting 63% from the field and 57% from three-point range.
A lot of that Gator Nichols on a heat check early. He's got 4 three-pointers in the game. 1:38 to play in the third quarter. John Glenn having trouble getting it in. They finally do get it to Bates in the corner. He tries to go baseline against Iden, tries to create space, no good on the shot. Braden Davis fighting for the rebound, saved it, but stepped down the end line. This ball's going to go back to Maysville. 1:26 to play. Subs again for John Glenn. This looks like, again, the subs, the pattern they use when they're going to press. And I think they're going to line up man-to-man this time. Normally it's a zone. Well, they're going to trap the inbound, and it's tipped. Bates has it fall right to him. He lays it up, and it's no good, but foul is going to be on Gator on the shot.
Maysville's 5th turnover.
Bates is going to go back to the line for a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws.
Steal Bates to the strike.
This is the only place that Bates has really been able to get a good look tonight is from the free throw line as he makes the first one.
9 of 10, John Glenn shooting from the line.
You got to remember, if you're tuning in and you're saying, man, this is a 30-point game, John Glenn is 24-1.
Yeah, and this was a close game in New Concord up
Yes.
until the fourth quarter early in December.
And there's a foul on the inbounds. And Nichols.
So it is the third quarter, and we've talked about that Southtown Avalanche.
Yes.
Maysville's 9 of 10 shooting in this quarter. 9 of 10. They just seem to do things absolutely perfectly in the third quarter of every game we've watched.
Gator Nichols with a pair of Kemp Insurance Agency free throws. And that first free throw is good. Nichols with 26. He's got 3 assists, 4 rebounds. And if you're wondering about Mr. Basketball, well, he's legit. He is a legit contender.
No doubt about it. Plus, he wins a lot of games.
Yep. Although there is the guy that won it last year is pretty much the favorite to win it again. I think he's averaging over 30 a game. Dolan flips it over to Briggs. Briggs guarded by Cade Pickrell. Now they hand it to Bates. Bates again right up on Pickrell guarding him. Bates between the legs, finds some space, lays it, no good. Davis with the rebound. He couldn't get the offensive putback to go, and the rebound comes off to Nichols. Nichols, heat check, no good off the back iron. I think Gator thought he made it. He was kind of giving the follow through like it was good. Briggs now on the right wing against Nichols. Nichols cuts him off, kicks it out to Dolan. Dolan working against Pickrell. Down the lane, layup, no good. Rebound off to Rohrig. And Kane, I think he actually adjusted it because Rohrig was coming on the block. Pickrell lines up the three. Bang! Cade Pickrell off the bench with a Allen Hunter State Farm three, and his team up 62-27. Missed three from Briggs, but the rebound off to Bates. His shot no good. Davis fights for it. He gets the rebound. They get it to Bates. Bates from the foul line, no good. Braden Davis runs down the rebound. His throw at the horn is no good. That's the end of the third quarter. Maysville 62, John Glenn 27. We'll be back with the fourth quarter.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Beckett House Healthcare and Rehabilitation in New Concord provides a warm environment where residents feel safe and truly at home. Families trust Beckett House for 24/7 skilled nursing care, comfortable home-like rooms, and peaceful outdoor spaces. Their compassionate staff treat every resident like family, providing companionship and the highest quality of care. To schedule a tour, call 740-872-0809 or visit 1280 Friendship Drive in New Concord, Ohio. Beckett House, care that feels like home.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee. And who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
Fourth quarter ready to get underway here at the Convo in Athens. It should be a running clock. It's a 35-point lead for Maysville. They're up 62-27. Nichols works against Briggs. Briggs trying to contain Nichols, and they're going to call foul on Briggs.
Good sportsmanship there.
These guys know each other. I mean,
they do. They know each other.
They know each other really well.
And they're going to compete. I mean, I'm sure there's some talk going on down there, but at the end of the line, they all respect each other.
Nichols, three-pointer from the quarter, no good. Davis with the rebound, and he slings it ahead, and it ends up in Steele Bates' hand, and he's going to lay it in.
So Bates is the only one who's scored for John Glenn so far in this second half.
Yes, he is the only scorer. He had all 11 points. And there is almost a turnover, but a save. It went right to Maysville. Watson down the lane. His shot up and good. Jordan Watson has 4 points now. Now we've got a lot up and down here as Braden Davis, he gets ahead of the pack, and he's going to lay it in. Davis has 6 points now, and here comes Maysville the other way. Miss from Watson, a rebound off to Davis, and that foul's going to go on Cade Rock.
So I think we're going to see a lot of substitutions here, Dave, and I think it's just going to be up and down, shot after shot. But the second and third quarter told the story in this thing. Maysville just shot 17 of 22 in the second and third quarters, 10 of 12 in that third quarter alone.
64-31. The clock continues to run here because once the score got to 35, it stays until they can get it under 30, and there's a foul on
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn that just came in. Yep.
Cohen Llewellyn, the 5'10 senior.
64-31. John Glenn inbounds it to Davis. Davis to Stom, now over to Briggs. Briggs hands it back to Dolan. Dolan has Pickrell on him. He's trying to find some space. And he works a little stop and go, move down the lane. That shot's no good. Pickrell with the rebound. He hands it to Nichols. Here come the Panthers. Panthers in no hurry here with the clock moving and a huge lead. They do get a pick and roll going. Gator Nichols gets some space, and you can't give him that much space because he's going to take it down the lane and score. Gator Nichols now with 27 for Maysville.
Gator's been really good tonight.
Gator has been very good tonight. Bates on the dribble. He powers through some contact, and he gets it to go. Bates with 20 now for John Glenn.
Maysville doubling up the Muskies, 66-33.
Nichols gets space again, pulls up, jumper, good. Gator Nichols.
Gator Nichols for 2.
He's got the mid-range. He's got the 3. He can get to the rim.
And now he's got 31 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds.
He's playing okay.
He's playing great. Bates on the other side for the Muskies, 20 points, 7 rebounds.
4.5 minutes to play in this one.
This won't take much longer with the running clock. We've watched some running clocks, and it just doesn't take too long.
Especially if some free throws get shot in this game. Maysville with a rebound off a miss from Briggs. Watson finally picks it up, skips it to Pickrell. Pickrell almost lost it, was kind of knocked from behind by Bates. Now Gator Nichols has it again. Stom checking him. Another deep 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Bates with the rebound. He's weaving his way down the floor, behind the back, down the lane, finds Davis. Nice pass, but Davis cannot convert. Should have used the glass on that one. Bates did all the work. He got it to Bates Davis in a really good spot. Davis just couldn't finish. Nichols finds Llewellyn underneath. Llewellyn, nice bounce pass to Jordan Watson. No good. Another one. Should have used the backboard. Davis fires it ahead to Stom. Stom tried to get it to Briggs, but there's another turnover. Gator picks it up in the backcourt, gets it over to Jordan Watson. Watson into the front court. Stom trying to cut him off. Now he skips it out to Llewellyn. Llewellyn now to Nichols. Steps into the high school three-point line and gets another one to go. Another Allen Hunter State Farm 3, and that's going to be a full Zempa Company's timeout. We'll take a timeout too. High school basketball on AVC Sports.
Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
Customize your ride with Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Since 1976, we've been Zanesville's trusted local experts in auto, marine, and off-road accessory installation. From rhino-lined beds and durable floor liners to lift kits, lighting, tonneau covers, and stereo systems, our skilled team offers professional professional installation, competitive pricing, and fast delivery. Built to order for your lifestyle, our knowledgeable technicians turn your ideas into reality. With a reputation for friendly service, quality work, and quick turnaround, expect exceptional results every time. Ready to upgrade? Call or visit Custom Vehicles today.
You're listening to high school basketball on 107.9, 98.5 NASH Icon, WILE Cambridge.
Fourth quarter continues here at the Convo. Maysville comfortably ahead with 3:09 left. It's 71-33. Again, that timeout sponsored by Zemba Companies. Southeastern Ohio Credit Union scoreboard, it's 71-37. They inbound it to Bates. Down the floor, little Euro, and he gets that shot to go. Steele Bates still fighting. He just hasn't had an easy look the entire game. Ferguson dribbles it into a crowd, now flips it out to Llewellyn. He finds Rock. Pickrell, good ball movement here. Ferguson now to Watson. He penetrates, spins. Nothing doing. Again, Maysville just very good with the basketball. Ferguson, three-pointer off the mark, and Braden Davis with the rebound for John Glenn. 2.5 minutes to go.
Davis with his 5th rebound on the night.
Stom into the lane to Briggs, now back to Stom. Bates on the left wing. Guarded by Llewellyn, trying to find some space, and they're going to call a foul on Cohen Llewellyn.
More subs checking in from both benches.
Now when you substitute, and you got a running clock, that's when the time really starts to move here.
Yeah, it really does. It takes probably about 30 seconds to get everybody in and out. And a great hand for these seniors coming off the court for John Glenn.
And for Maysville, both teams subbing very liberally here at the end of this basketball game. John Glenn, their 5 senior starters that played their last game, but Maysville, they'll be back here Saturday afternoon playing at 2:30 for a chance to go to the state semifinals for the 3rd straight year.
And a tough moment there for those John Glenn seniors. And I'll tell you what, it's a really tough moment for those John Glenn senior parents.
Yes, it is. And it's just, the finality of losing in the tournament, it's just one of those tough things. And there's a turnover in the backcourt. Llewellyn takes it down. He just throws it. And Hayden Ginzer with a hustle play knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Maysville. Clock moves now, 1:10 left in the basketball game. 71-35 Maysville. Maysville to inbound it under their own basket.
Cash Paisley's going to check in.
Paisley's coming in.
As is Jackson Pauley.
Also Jackson Pauley.
And Rowdy Zemba.
Rowdy Zemba.
Lots of new faces out there. 45 seconds now with the clock moving. Larimer makes his move to the bucket. No good. And the rebound is off to John Glenn, and there's Zemba with the rebound. On the left wing, Andrew Morgan. And when he gets in, it's going up.
Yeah, I will say this. Maysville still has 3 seniors on the court, at least 3 seniors. And what's that tell you about Maysville? They've got some guys that committed to the program.
Well, that's going to end it here as they're going to dribble out the clock. Maysville, a 71-35 win in the regional semifinals against John Glenn. When we come back, we'll wrap everything up here for this first game. And if you're watching on the NFHS network, we've got another one coming up right after this one. High school basketball on AVC Sports.
Looking for reliable insurance that fits your life? Look no further than Allen Hunter State Farm in Cambridge, Ohio. From auto to home to life insurance, we offer a range of options tailored to your needs. With our friendly, knowledgeable team, you'll get the protection and peace of mind you deserve. We're dedicated to being there for you, just like a good neighbor should. Call Allen Hunter State Farm today and discover how we can help you safeguard your future. Call 740-439-5385. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Move Staffing helps people and businesses take the next step with confidence. We match reliable workers with opportunities that fit, and we help employers find dependable talent quickly and professionally. Local, trusted, results-driven. Stop by 914 Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge or call 740-439-6683 today for jobs that move you forward and staffing that works. Make the move with Move Staffing.
Relentless snow, blustering winds, and below freezing temperatures will send us all scurrying for the warmth and comfort of our homes. Whatever the weather, Mount Perry Propane is ready. They prepared all year for this season. Their storage tanks are full. Their drivers and trucks are ready. Mount Perry Propane offers automatic propane delivery to ensure that you never run out. Mount Perry Propane, they're prepared so you can be too.
Good luck to the Maysville boys high school basketball team in the high school basketball tournament from Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team. We support the Maysville Panthers.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is a cairn. You can describe it as a stack of rocks, but a cairn is so much more. It's a marker along a remote trail, a welcome reminder that while you may feel lost, you're not alone. At Cairn Recovery Resources, it's also the perfect symbol for how a person in recovery finds a way forward. One cairn after another, along the path.
Smile like a champion. Visit Dean Orthodontic for braces and clear aligners in Cambridge, Zanesville, and Coshocton. They see adults and children from age 7 and up for all your family orthodontic needs. Visit deanortho.com for more info. The Battery Depot is a local battery and multi-purpose shop in Cambridge. They carry a wide selection of batteries, such as interstate, automotive, industrial, marine, and gas and electric golf cart batteries. At Battery Depot, battery testing and most battery installations are free. They carry rechargeable, household, and everyday batteries and can even rebuild power tools and battery packs. They're conveniently located on Campbell Avenue in Cambridge, or give them a call at 740-432-2000. Craving the finest locally raised beef in Caldwell? Look no further than Dandy Beef, a family farm dedicated to quality. From a pound of succulent ground beef to a juicy 2-pack of steaks or even a whole beef, they've got you covered. Order conveniently online. And the best part? They deliver to Caldwell, Cambridge, Marietta, and more local zip codes. It's never been easier to enjoy premium beef. Check them out at www.dandybeefcompany.com or visit Center Drive-Thru just 6 miles east of Caldwell on State Route 78.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for going to Great Clips for a haircut." The skilled stylists at Great Clips salons do millions of haircuts a year, but with Clip Notes, they save every detail of your hair, including the secret to taming that cowlick. Oh, and if your wallet could talk, it'd say the price looks pretty great too. Isn't it nice when everyone's happy? For the haircut you love for less, take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips. Download the app today.
Postgame here at the Convo in Athens. John Glenn falls to Maysville 71-35. Panthers just dominated the game in all facets tonight as they come away with a regional semifinal victory tonight over their MVL rival, John Glenn. And it was a big deficit, 36-point victory for the Maysville Panthers. For John Glenn, scoring breakdown here. Cooper Briggs with 2, C.J. Dolan with 3, Ben Stamm with 2, Braden Davis with 6, Steele Bates leads John Glenn with 22. That's a total of 35. For the Maysville Panthers, Gator Nichols almost outscored John Glenn by himself. He had 34.
He's done that before, at least
it's in the
once,
tournament.
maybe
He's done it
this
twice
year.
in the tournament.
Yeah, so 3 times this year in a total all year.
Gavin Ferguson with 5, Cade Rock with 6, Cade Pickerel with 3, Landon Iden with 4, Kane Roerig with 15 big points, Jordan Watson with 4. That's a total of 71 for the victorious Maysville Panthers. And Mike, we talked about the third quarter avalanche, and there it was again, 29-11, which basically put the game out of reach into a running clock situation.
Well, I mean, there's just so many impressive stats here for Maysville. At one point, they shot 17 of 22 from the second and third quarters. But the most impressive stats defensively, they held John Glenn to 1 3-pointer. They held John Glenn to shooting 6% from three-point range. and they themselves made 10 three-pointers. They were 27 of 47, 57%, held John Glenn overall 12 of 45 for 27%. Maysville out-rebounded John Glenn 32-20. John Glenn had 9 turnovers, Maysville with just 5 turnovers, and both teams shot it well from the line. John Glenn 91%, 10 of 11, and Maysville 80%, 8 of 10, but an all-out offensive and defensive outburst by this Maysville Panthers team, and it looks like they could be in line to get this thing back to Dayton.
Well, we're going to see here the next game, Unioto and Circleville, both teams out on the floor warming up now. We've got 15 minutes left here in this warm-up period before this next game tonight. If you've got the NFHS network, you can catch that one. We'll be broadcasting that one, our video stream once again. We'll be here on the NFHS network. What we'll do, we're going to take a quick break. Hopefully we're going to hear from Coach Brown, but we've still got to do the great clips, great play of the game, and our Lock 9 Pizza players of the game. When we come back, high school basketball presented by AVC Sports.
Stranded? Call B&B Body Shop and Towing for fast, reliable towing help anytime. B&B is available 24/7 to assist with breakdowns, accidents, or roadside emergencies. B&B's experienced operators provide light and heavy-duty towing with care, speed, and professionalism. So if you're stranded, one call gets help rolling. Since 1978, local drivers have relied on B&B for clear communication, quick response, and fair pricing. B&B is the area's most trusted name in towing and collision repair. For peace of mind, save B&B's number in your phone now, 740-439-3483.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Paying for your kids' college education? Exploring the rainforests of Costa Rica? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning, and I'm here to help. I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Wickerham. As your local good neighbor, I can help you look at the things you want to save for and come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. So whether it's being free of debt or free to roam the world, call me, State Farm Agent Sarah Wickerham. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hunters, shooters, and gun collectors, bring your whole family to an evening of fundraising and firearms at the Muskingum Valley Youth Shooting Sports Banquet on Saturday, March 14th. There'll be lots of guns and merchandise in their raffles and live auction. 100% of the proceeds benefit local youth shooting sports groups. That's Saturday, March 14th at the Muskingum County Fairgrounds. Doors open at 5. Tickets are just $50 for adults, $25 for youth 17 and under. For more information, call Scott at 740-801-1900 or go to yssff.org.
Zemba Brothers, a commercial residential service company, is proud to sponsor the John Glenn Muskies basketball game. Zemba Brothers is known in the service industry for their integrity, work ethic, professionalism, and commitment to safety. Zemba Brothers also believes in giving back to the community that they work and live in. Let them provide a quote for your next project. 740-452-1880 or online at ZembaBrothersInc.com. Zemba Brothers Incorporated, on the move since 1987. Proud sponsor of the John Glenn Muskies.
Hi folks, Jeff Riggins, the Mattress Man from Box Drop Byesville, 168 South 2nd Street in Byesville. We have all sizes of mattress sets, king, queen, full and twin. We have adjustable bases. We have models ranging from budget to luxury, and we see folks by appointment. So call today to set a time to come in, 740-584-2623. Check us out on Facebook and Google, Box Drop Byesville.
Losing someone you love changes everything. At Graham Law, we can help you navigate the challenges of a wrongful death case by providing the emotional and legal support you need so you can focus on healing. With offices in Zanesville and Cambridge and virtual meetings available across Ohio, we are here to help during this difficult time. Graham Law, your personal injury firm.
It's your life, and you call the shots. But when the unexpected happens, you need a strong team to help you rebound. At the Howell Craig Insurance Agency, we can assist you with selecting the best insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, or business, you want Ohio Mutual on your team. The ball is in your court. Give us a call at 740-638-5058. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. usual. Good luck to the John Glenn Boys High School basketball team in the tournaments. Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team are proud to cheer on the Muskies, rooting for every basket, every hustle, and every moment that makes their season unforgettable.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee, and who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
Good luck to the Maysville Boys High School basketball team in the high school basketball tournament from Bridget T-Tac and the entire Attain Wealth Partners team. We support the Maysville Panthers.
For 100 years, Young Insurance Agency has proudly protected what matters most. A century of service means trusted coverage for individuals, families, and businesses throughout our community. From your first home to your growing company, we're here with quality protection and hometown care you can count on. Thank you for being part of our story, past, present, and future. Visit us at our new location, 1239 Linden Avenue in Zanesville, and let's build the next chapter together. Young Insurance Agency, 100 years strong and just getting started.
Mother's Day is right around the corner, and there's no better way to say I love you, Mom, than with beautiful fresh flowers from the Flower Shop in New Concord. This hometown florist creates stunning arrangements for Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, and every special moment. Stop in at 36 East Main Street or call 740-261-5001 to order today. Friendly service, fresh flowers, and small town care you can count on. Make Mom's Day extra special this year with flowers from your hometown florist, the Flower Shop in New Concord. Beckett House Healthcare and Rehabilitation in New Concord provides a warm environment where residents feel safe and truly at home. Families trust Beckett House for 24/7 skilled nursing care, comfortable home-like rooms, and peaceful outdoor spaces. Their compassionate staff treat every resident like family, providing companionship and the highest quality of care. To schedule a tour, call 740-872-0809 or visit 1280 Friendship Drive in New Concord, Ohio. Beckett House, care that feels like home.
Chapman's Coffee House behind the John and Annie Glenn Museum in New Concord is open weekdays 6:45 a.m. till 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Pick up some breakfast, lunch, brunch, or dinner while you're there. Try their house-roasted drip coffee and new pour-over coffee, and who knows, maybe even buy a bag of espresso beans to take home.
Customize your ride with Custom Vehicles of Zanesville. Since 1976, we've been Zanesville's trusted local experts in auto, marine, and off-road accessory installation. From rhino-lined beds and durable floor liners to lift kits, lighting, tonneau covers, and stereo systems, our skilled team offers professional installation, competitive pricing, and fast delivery. Built to order for your lifestyle, our knowledgeable technicians turn your ideas into reality. With a reputation for friendly service, quality work, and quick turnaround, expect exceptional results every time. Ready to upgrade? Call or visit Custom Vehicles today.
Postgame back here at the Convo in the aftermath of a huge Maysville victory as they take down John Glenn 71-35. A couple of last things to wrap up here. As Dave Brown comes over, and he is going to talk with us briefly here. Dave, we're going to face this way over here, so Dalton can get us on camera here.
Yep.
Hey, congratulations on the big win. You said prior to the game what you needed to do was defend the three-point line.
Yeah.
I think you got it done.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job of that, and that's a really good John Glenn basketball team. You know, they average over 70 points a game.
Exactly.
Shoot the ball really. They've got 5 guys that shoot over 40% from three. So that was, we knew it was a tough matchup, but we told the kids you got to guard the three-point line, and obviously Steele Bates and C.J. Dolan are really, really special with the basketball in their hands.
Thanks.
So, just pleased with our effort.
I thought you just played a almost perfect game defensively. You did really well. Did what you said you wanted to do. You took the three-pointer away from them. They only got one.
Yeah.
And at the
That's
same time,
crazy.
you guys really shot it well. I mean, you got good looks. You converted. And, of course, Gator was just Gator.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you. You too.
He loves the big stage, and he was really good defensively tonight, which we've, Coach Ford always preached that to me as a player. focus on your defense, your offense will take care of itself.
Right.
And I thought that was, silly at the time, but I preached it to, our guys for years, and then, it works. So.
Well, again, congrats on the big win. Saturday, back here at 2:30. It's like home away from home for you.
Yeah, we love playing at the Convo, but, we're going to have our hands full,
Right.
Unioto and Circleville are both really big teams. They went to double overtime the first time they played, so this should be a really good game.
We're looking forward. We're going to be broadcasting that one, so I got to cut you loose here. But again, congratulations.
Hey, again.
We'll see you on
get
Saturday.
A handshake on Saturday.
You know it. Dave Brown joining us. We appreciate him again. Two last things we'll wrap up here. Lock 9 Pizza Players of the Game for John Glenn Steel Baits, and for our Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game for Maysville, it's Kane Rohrig. And our Great Clips Great Play of the Game was the Kane Rohrig block on the three-pointer. Really nice play from Kane there as he timed up a nice transition block on a three-pointer. So Kane Rohrig, recipient of our Great Clips Great Play of the Game. That's going to wrap everything up here from the Convo from Game 1 for us. If you got the NFHS network, we'll be broadcasting this next game, Unioto and Circleville. It's the other Division 4 regional semifinal. For everyone that tuned in or you listened on the radio today, we certainly appreciate you. This has been High School Basketball presented by AVC Sports.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 107.9, 98.5 NASH Icon. High School Basketball is a presentation of AVC Sports.